Alright, for PA3, I was able to successfully make all these managers that were requested in the PDF. Obviously, from the box sprite manager, image, the sprite batch manager, sprite, texture, and I've also have my custom classes, for sprite, box sprite image, sprite, texture, sprite base, which will be used in the sprite batches themselves. They all work. They're all all managers are singletons. And I want to have a little focus on the sprite batch manager itself. The other ones, I think they work, with the only exception of texture manager, that it only has one texture as of right now, and I created a very specific method that just returns that texture. But other than that, all the other managers work pretty much the same. You'll see in a moment when I get to game. So the sprite batch manager, obviously it's a manager itself. It's a singleton. And what's interesting is I was able to make the sprite batches basically as the links, the D links that we've talked about in class. The sprite batch it inherits from batch container, which this one inherits from node link or D link, as we saw in class. And obviously it has a few methods. I'll get the batch type. This is the name of the batch. In this case, I've separated them into several ones. You'll see in a minute. And those names are the ones that we will be using from the manager itself to say, turn on, here they are, again then. Object type, for example, this new batch will be an alien batch, and this new batch will be a box sprite batch. This one will be responsible for painting the player, this one for the special effects when alien dies or the player dies. This one will be for the shields, this one will be for the UFOs, and this one, the UFO, and this one will be for the weapon. That's how I've controlled it from the manager. You can activate or deactivate. You just pass the object type or name in this case. Say you want to say, I want to deactivate all the shields. So I pass in the shield enum, and the iterator walks on the list. Walks the list and says, obviously just asking, hey, are you responsible for shields? No. Go next. Are you responsible for shields? No. Go next. Are you responsible? Yes, I am. Alright, deactivate yourself and break. Which leads to sprite batch, which we go here, and we have to deactivate, which what I've done is basically the sprite batch, the reserve head immediately takes over the list of the active head, and active obviously is null. So basically a sprite batch will work whenever you say update or render. It'll only look to the active head. It won't even look at the reserve head. It doesn't care what the reserve head has. As long as there's something on active head, it'll work. Obviously activate works, but the opposite way. Whenever reserve head is not null, active head immediately takes over that list, and henceforth our update and render now work. Here in game I created just a few of my sprites in the box. We can see the sprite manager. We add all the information we want. A squid type, jelly, a crab, a UFO. These ones are type of alien, and this one's a type of UFO. We have a box sprite manager. We're attaching it to the sprite batch itself. And we have the sprite batch update render, and it works. We have our 4 sprites. This one is moving, just to make sure that it also updates that. And we have our little box sprite right over here. And that's it. Thank you. If you have any